have 22 power, so I don't... Holy shit, that takes 20? Okay, I'm gonna do this one then, because this takes none. Inquisition agents have uncovered a potential problem in the nation of Navarre. A Tevinter mage by the name of Varelius, yeah, I said that right, has recently been noted in the company of King Marcus, and rumors comment on how strange it is for a new advisor to be so closely heeded. There's evidence to indicate Varelius is a member of the Venatori. Having the Navarran king under their sway would give the cult a great deal of power and hinder the Inquisition's ability to operate in the north. Colin wants us to wait for the advisor to leave the capital, then ambush and capture him. Liliana wants to eliminate him and his supporters by any means necessary. Josephine wants us to tell King Marcus what his advisor truly is and convince him to see the light. Josephine.
Let us begin.
Inquisitor, I will admit, when your ambassador first approached me with the claims regarding Varelius, I was unconvinced. Indeed, I did not heed the evidence even when it was presented. It was only when one of your mages, an apostate named Sidney, managed to drive the clouds from mind that I finally realized the spell I had been under. Varelius has been imprisoned, and we will be on the lookout for any further efforts by these cultists to infiltrate my nation. Navarra is most grateful. King Marcus Pentagast. That takes 8, that takes 8, that takes 20. And that also takes 20, that takes 8. Okay, hopefully the Ferelden side of the table, with the massive amount of things I have to do, doesn't cost 20s. I'm looking at numbers. All the free marches stuff is good. Investigate Frostback Basin. There are resource ones? Okay, so every disaster in the deep roads and investigate Frostback Basin. I don't want to do. Full stop. Protect the Inquisition's reputation. Okay, here we go. Dear Lady Montilier, there are scandalous rumors flying about Starkhaven, tales that paint the Inquisition as wicked usurpers and thieves. I suspect Lady Trevelyan's relatives, the ones we quieted before with the help of Sister Liliana, are taking their petty vengeance. There is a ringleader. Ban Dorner has taken care not to let any whisper be traced back to his household, but the man has a tongue as forked as an Orlesian bard's. If he could be made an example of, I believe the naysayers will fall silent. Yours truly, Lady Buttleford. Colin says these villains will never stop. I say we let them talk themselves to death. Liliana says that Ban Dorner has feuded with Starkhaven's royal family before. If we start rumors that he intends to begin again, he will be too busy managing that affair to poison ours. Josephine says that Ban Dorner sells his harvest to Antiva. If his taxes were mysteriously inflated, he'd have something to worry about besides us. You know what? I'm gonna throw you a bone, Colin. Dear Lady Montilier, Ban Dorner has become insufferably sly. The Inquisition is credited with no good deed without a repulsive motive attached to it. Our presence in this part of the Free Marches is so unwelcome I feel I have no choice but to return to the capital and tend to my own estate's affairs. Respectfully yours, Lady Buttleford. Oh, fuck. So I fucked up. Yeah, I absolutely fucked up with that. God damn it. And I didn't say before I did any of this. The Allied Inquisitor, the Allied merchants of the monarchy of Antiva have inquired whether they can assist us in any fashion. Oh, when I thought he was gonna send people to... Oh, god damn it. I didn't think he was just gonna let it happen. God damn it, Colin. This is why I don't let you do things. I misunderstood it, that's my fault, but fuck off, Colin. The allied merchants of the monarchy of Antiva have inquired whether they can assist us in any fashion. They could provide us with some of the finest goods in Thedas, a powerful boost to our prestige, and spread our influence north. The merchant princes will also attempt to ensnare us in contracts so convoluted that we will be internally tied to them. If we are interested, we must send our most skilled negotiators. Our diplomats are well respected, and I feel we can come out ahead of the bargain if we are prepared to commit to it. Chosen a few dozen diplomats to handle the merchant princes. I will, of course, inspect everything we sign myself.
Let us begin.
A bundle of documents at least 50 pages thick explains the trade agreement the Inquisition has entered into with the merchant princes of Antiva. Josephine has attached a note. Inquisitor, I am more than satisfied with the agreement we reached with the merchant princes. Here is a duplicate if you wish to review it. I would put aside 3 days and 2 dozen candles. Ambassador Montelier. Fuck. Okay, well, something went well. Ruffles. First off, you play a mean hand of Wicked Grace. Second, the lead you dug up for me on finding this Bellenforth guy in Kirkwall is starting to show some promise. I got my editor to look around for me. She's a coterie boss, so people tell her things whether they want to or not. She tracked down the poor sod carrying the manuscripts out of Kirkwall. This is where it gets weird. The courier is a magistrate, Lord Werner Camring. The coterie won't touch him with a 10-foot pole. Maybe you could have a polite word with him for me? Cullen has a friend in the Kirkwall Guard. She might be willing to talk to this magistrate. If you are getting Aveline involved, I will kill you. A magistrate courier? He has to be involved in something else. Let's find out what. I'm owed a few favors in the Viscount's office. I could call one in. Cullen. Giving you a chance. Because the other one was my fault. If you fuck this one up, unless you're the only option, you're not doing anything else.
Inquisitor.
Cullen, we found Magistrate Camring dead in his home. There was no sign of forced entry, but Camring was holed up in a closet in full armor with a knife in his back. Wasn't that a scene from Hard in Hightown? The guard is investigating now. And tell Varric to watch his back. Brennan. Hard in Hightown, unsavory parallels. Copy of Hard in Hightown sits open on the table. Jevlin was waiting outside the captain's office when Dawn and Brenukovic slunk out defeated. We're not getting a warrant, are we? Jevlin looked almost relieved. No, Donnan met his partner's eyes. The kid was barely 20 and looked like he'd walked straight to the Kirkwall barracks from somebody's potato farm. Taller and broader than the other guards, Jevlin slouched as if he didn't know how to fit into his own limbs. As if he thought he should be smaller. Hunched over in his brand new, too large armor, he looked like a child playing at being a guard. He was too green for a murder investigation. Maybe it's for the best, Jevlin said, almost speaking Donnan's thought out loud. You're on your way out of the guard, and he trailed off inside. Questioning nobles in the middle of the night wasn't covered in training. Donnan glared at the kid. I'm a city guard, and so are you, recruit. Nobody gets away with murder while we're on duty. Jevlin stood a little straighter. What do we do then? The captain wants proof, Donnan smiled. We bring her proof. Leliana has written a note in the margin. The dead magistrate. Attempt to implicate Varric? Why? And in what? When an assassin killed the magistrate, a word to the crows might tell us who it was. They watch rivals carefully. We should support the official Kirkwall Guard investigation into this murder. I'm using the crows. The letters arrived at Skyhold addressed to nobody. No one saw the courier who brought it. You encroach upon the domain of higher powers. You will answer to us. The letter is unsigned except for a wax seal depicting 6 crossed swords. Did I fuck up? Was I not supposed to involve the crows? Skyhold has incredible potential for rune crafting and mastercraft smithing if only we had a gift in mind to gain full benefit. The War and the Venatori have claimed many experts. We have located an arcanist with great skill and a reputation for humbling first enchanters in both Andrastian and Imperial circles. 2 assassination attempts, and at least 1 explosion, made landholders reluctant to allow her passage to their territory. It'll take significant effort to bring her from Tantervale, but this arcanist would be invaluable to the Inquisition. A full retinue could secure her safety along the Imperial Highway from Cullen to bar passage. They must know she's there. They will not, says Leliana. And Josephine says that Alliance can overwhelm any concern. The owners of where she will travel need only be convinced of the worth of pleasing us. Go for it, Josephine. The Arcanist has been secured despite great cost and the concern of more than a few traditional-minded mages. She awaits a meeting with the Inquisitor in the Undercroft. Ah, hey, I have something to do. Shadows over Denerim. What the hell's going on in Denerim? My Lady Inquisitor, first I feel I must apologize. When I arrived at Redcliffe Castle, things had progressed to the point where I simply wanted the rebel mages, and everyone associated with them, out of our lands. Now that time has passed and the breach has been sealed, I have come to learn more of what you represent. as well as the true threat you face. Of course, I speak of the Tevinter cult, which I have reason to believe has infiltrated the royal palace in Denerim. Seeing as the Inquisition knows far more about them, I would ask for your assistance in hunting down these spies before they do here what they did in Redcliffe. All of Ferelden would be grateful. Queen Honora Theron. Colin can have us send forces in the manhunt. Not only should we help, but everyone should see us doing it. Liliana has just the agent in mind for this. And I can allow her to send her to Denerim to quietly hunt down the Venatori spies. Go for it, Liliana. I don't want to do things out in the open a whole lot. My Lady Inquisitor, that went far better than I'd expected, to be perfectly honest. The help your people provided led us to 4 spies, one of whom worked in the kitchens, and may have been plotting my assassination. Incontestable proof that this cult and its leaders are enemies of Ferelden. I owe you a great deal, Inquisitor, and hope that my support is meaningful in your opposition to these criminals. Well, that settles it. We face a darkspawn magister who commands something that looks suspiciously like an archdemon. I defy anyone to tell me that this is no blight. We have Blackwell's treaties, and we have cause. Thedas will require little persuasion. I can let Colin conscript more soldiers. I can let Liliana get more information with these treaties. Or Josephine can... spend money on them, I guess? I'm gonna let Colin do it. We have our first group of recruits. I will continue to search for more. Now the tricky part. Training. Interlands resources? What? Okay, so I can farm resources like that. Oh, what can I get in Valomire? Blood Lotus and Dawn Lotus. Summerstone and Blue Vitriol. Okay. What the hell's this? Reclaiming the Major Velian. Fiona. We got the word out to everyone we could, but some cells were too remote to reach. We'll need the Inquisition to contact them. At least to let them know the Templars are gone. They are gone, right? Right? Sketch. Colin says they're likely afraid to come out of hiding. I can send a few non-Templar soldiers to protect the mages on their way here. Liliana can send a few agents with a mage from Redcliffe to persuade the cells to come in. Josephine says the rebel mages may not believe we're not Templars and can ask the Banorn for help in contacting them. Liliana.
Let's see what we have.
Commander, a lot of mages just showed up. Hope they're friendlies, because if they're not, we're in trouble. Captor Ryan. Power for a price. What the hell's this? Formal document with impeccable filigree. It is time. The Inquisitor commands a small kingdom. It is time to exercise the weight of her influence. There remain uninvolved and uncommitted lords and ladies, bands and arls. Where they could not be engaged with plight or passion, they can be compelled through mercenary means. But there must be a display. Make it known that the Inquisition has weight and the boons, and the dispensations of the powerful will be open to you. Thereafter, she need not curry influence. She can simply buy it. The esteemed Ferris the representative. Colin wants to do a grand march. If we're to show weight, show the legion that I command. Liliana doesn't want us to display. We'll show my reach by simply being where it is most beneficial. And Josie wants a feat of our own to display the allied and powerful. What the fuck do you mean by a feat? I'm with Liliana. No display. A formal document with impeccable filigree. The Inquisition is a sight to behold, a command of legions, hearts, and minds. It is worthy, your Inquisitor is worthy, and my masters are pleased. I'll bring my wares, and together we will extend your reach ever further. Now you trade not just in treasures, but in will. The esteemed Ferris the representative. Who the hell is he? Truth or dare, see and be seen. Madam Ambassador, words cannot express my gratitude for your gracious hospitality at Skyhold. After the events at Haven, one can hardly go anywhere in the Empire without hearing the word Inquisition. I shall be glad to have some facts to add to the wild rumors. I am as grieved as you to hear of the vicious slander being spread. Justinian V was the best of us. It pains me to think that others would pollute her legacy in such a manner. I travel to Valfore soon. I shall ensure my cousins know the truth of this matter. Sincerely, Renaud de Maurier. Now that he's been here, we should talk to the nobles he's been seen with and let them all know. My dear Josephine, I passed along the news of de Maurier's visit to a few influential parties and implied that he was, perhaps, trying to butter both sides of his bread. I would describe the outrage this idea provoked, but that would make this letter indecent, and your spy mistress would abscond with it. You play as beautifully as ever, my dear. I can hardly wait to see what de Maurier's next move is. Give my love to your parents. Yours, Vicomte Elodie de Moreau. I am butchering these French names, and I kind of feel bad. French or Elysian, it's the same thing. Oh, God. Now I have to read Dorian. Now that you're in charge, there's something I thought I'd bring up. There are Venatori mages out there lurking in the wilderness. This comes as no surprise to you, since you can't swing a dead cat without hitting one of Corypheus's minions, but these particular Venatori I have additional significance to myself. For one, I know them personally. I would call them friends, except that would imply I didn't want them dead. Which I do. Since I have an idea of where they might be, thanks to an investigation I began before coming south, I thought we could put our heads together and track them down. At which point they would sneer something at you and Tevinter, and you would be forced to kill them. Which makes everyone happy. You for eliminating a potential threat, me for eliminating men and women too stupid and short-sighted to be permitted continued breath. They would be less happy, but who cares about them? Up to you, my Lady Inquisitor. Cullen says that we have former Templars skilled at hunting mages and can send them to follow Dorian's leads. Leliana wants us to look into it carefully and quietly because we do not wish to alert the Venatori to our awareness of their existence. And Josephine says that if there are Venatori out there, they'll show their faces. Someone has seen them, and Coin loosens their lips. I agree with Leliana. I don't want them knowing. Dorian's leads were effective. The Inquisition found several locations where these Venatori could be hiding. Advanced camps, purpose unknown. If you wish to deal with these mages, I'm certain Dorian would be pleased. I'll mark the locations on your map should you pass by any on your travels. Memorial for Haven. Ambassador Montillier. Although we may not have always seen eye to eye, I believe that on this subject we will be in perfect agreement. I would like to build a monument at the site where Haven stood as a memorial to all those who gave their lives defending the faith. Shall we work together to honor these fallen heroes, Madam Ambassador? Marquis Durelian. Cullen wants to get some volunteers from our ranks to help with construction. Josephine wants to do some fundraising for the project and send a representative for the ribbon cutting. That works. Ambassador Montillier, please ensure the Inquisitor my deepest regards. Work on the memorial proceeded without incident, and it was unveiled to a crowd of almost 1,000. May it stand forever as a testament to the tenacity of the faith in times of great trial. Fuck that. That says minimum level request. Those suggested 20. Disaster in the Deep Road doesn't have one. Okay, so what do I have to worry about over here? That one will take 8. Stop war between Navarre and Tevinter. What the fuck? Hang on. Does that take anything, actually? No, it doesn't. Okay. Inquisitor, both Tevinter and Navarre were fighting against Venatori entrenched along their border. The battle showed no signs of abating until the Inquisition sent soldiers who pulled victory out of a seemingly insurmountable defeat. Both sides have attempted to claim this portion of land in the past, and both are attempting to do so again. Only the presence of our soldiers prevents them from beginning a war. We cannot allow this to happen. For the moment, each side is grateful enough to listen to our advice, and we must convince them to send their armies home. I will press on both sides, call upon all favors to do this. Ambassador Montillier. I fear the situation between Navarre and Tevinter will deteriorate. We must be persuasive, decisive, and swift. Yes.
At your service.
What the hell is the Blade of Tadarian? Inquisitor. Through the efforts of hundreds of negotiators, allies, and a few personal connections, Navarre and Tevinter have grudgingly issued orders for their soldiers to return to their respective cities. The contested land has been split down the middle. We have averted a war today. I will add nothing more, for there is no higher reward to ask for. Proudly, Ambassador Montivi. Okay, so that is the main thing it wants me to do, I think. Investigate the Exalted Plains. Our spies looked into the breakdown of contact between Valroyo and Imperial Army forces in the Dales. Troops on both sides agreed to cease hostilities, then retreated to their camps to await the outcome of peace talks. What occurred after the withdrawal is a mystery. The last communique from Gaspard's marshal reported a rash of desertions. After that, silence. I agree that this warrants further investigation. Do what you will, and my agents will lend support. Liliana. We can march soldiers into the Exalted Plains and position scouts in strategic areas. If lines of communication are down, we must be prepared for anything. Okay, okay, so I can't do making contact in the Emerald Graves unless I do something else. What the hell is liberating Emprise de Leon? My dearest Josephine, the hills of Emprise de Leon are in peril. A maidservant recently returned from visiting uncle in Sarnia spoke of gruff, helmeted men about the village's quarry, and the appearance of strange red crystals in the fields close by. I suspected red lyrium and sent men to investigate, but the bridges leading to the area had all been destroyed. The Red Templar's handiwork, I wager. If we do not act quickly, all the highlands may be lost. I wish I bore fairer tidings, my dear. My warmest regards to your family. I pray for the quelling of these winter winds of chaos, that we may meet again in springtime. Your truest friend and ally, Edouard Desjardins, I'm assuming. Okay, considering that takes 20, fuck that. Same reason I'm not doing this. Which means if I get 2 more, I can make contact in the Emerald Graves, investigate the Exalted Plains, and the Western Approach. I want to read these, no matter if I'm doing it or not. Make contact in the Emerald Graves. We've been contacted by a Fairbanks who says he has information of value to the Inquisition. He offers a trade, the information exchange for the Inquisition's help in eliminating a dangerous rebel band calling themselves the Freemen of the Dales. There have been reported sightings of these rebels all over the Dales, where they have caused significant problems for Elysian troops. Uprooting them could be a good move for us. First, let us see what Fairbanks has to say. He is hiding out somewhere in the Emerald Graves, a legendary Dalish forest. My spies report that he is well acquainted with the area and its terrain. He could prove a useful asset if we choose to trust him. At your word, I'll send emissaries to meet with Fairbanks, along with hidden agents to watch him. The Exalted Plains has... I think I read this? Yeah, this is the one of breakdown and contact between Valroyo and the Imperial Army forces and the Dales. I'll get 2 more power to do the Exalted... or not the Exalted Plains. The hell is it called? The Emerald Graves one. For now, investigate the Exalted Plains. It's not gonna try to send me, is it? New area unlocked. Okay. We have established an outpost in the Exalted Plains. Lead Scout Harding is en route and awaiting further orders. I'm not going. Oh, Exalted Plains resources. The Exalted Plains are an excellent source of the herb Rashvine, and there are still several Viridium mines in operation, though convincing the locals to return to work might not be easy. Now that a camp is established in the region, Inquisition forces can search for these resources and send them back to Skyhold. I like the Josephine method with these. That seems to be, yeah, let's just do what's safest. Okay, I'm gonna do this to progress the part of the main story, and then wander around Skyhold. Commander Colin, scouts are reporting a number of travelers entering the Western Approach. Surprising, since the place is a blighted desert with no trade routes. More surprising, no one is leaving. It bears investigating. Knight Captain Ryland. Yeah, let's send troops. I technically already have camps out there. Commander, we've established a foothold in the Western Approach per orders. Already 1 skirmish with the Venatori, but no casualties. Requesting reinforcements. The term blighted desert doesn't do this place justice. Lieutenant Harding. I don't want to go. Oh, Western Approach resources. It's a blighted desert. What the fuck can it give me? The Gamorrean peaks to the south of the wastelands are a source of valuable metals such as paragons, luster, and everite. Transporting these metals safely is harder than finding them. Also, while little use grows in the Western Approach, deep mushrooms are found along the Abyssal Rift and in remote tunnels that lead into the Deep Roads. With a camp established in the area, Inquisition forces could search for these resources. What the fuck do you mean, Abyssal Rift? Which one of these had a high level? Just want this off the screen. Go away. Was the Frostback bait? Yeah, that requires level 20. To hell with that. Okay, now, oh shit. I have a perk. I didn't know that. I was doing all this not knowing. What can I get if I do yours? Hard riding significant increases resistance to being unseated, so I won't get knocked off my mount as easy if I don't use the horse a lot. 5% increase in XP from winning fights. Secrets. Extra herbs with each harvest. Significant increase to the discovery range of the search action. Additional 50% XP for each foe studied, including those already completed, applied retroactively. Get herbs. Okay, what can I get if I do Josephine's? 10%. Okay, the merchant ones. 10% discount, 10% more money gained from selling. Raw materials. Okay, you. Where is it? And studies, I think? And studies. Cassandra doesn't come to the table anymore. God damn it. What's undiscovered at my door? Did I just get that? I don't know what it's trying to tell me is there, so I'm not going to bother looking. Oh god. Okay, hang on. Inner Circle. What the hell do you people want? Oh, that's the one I just unlocked. Okay. The dust settled coal is nowhere to be found. It's hard to believe he's hanging around somewhere in Skyhold. Yeah, sure. All I know is he seems weird.
Look at this place.
He's down there somewhere, I guess.
It's a bloody palace, it is. Fit for a king, eh?
Coal.
The order was sent?
Yes, Commander.
That seems like something I should be more concerned about than a whole lot else that I have to do here.